The LinkWorks curriculum materials are organized into two main categories: the LinkWorks modules and the supporting materials. The supporting materials are handouts, PowerPoints, instructor files, and other materials that are separate from the main modules and can be used at any point when teaching any module. The module activities and lessons document does suggest that specific supporting materials be used during specific lessons, but it is up to the instructor or tutor to decide how much, if any, of the material they will use. The module summary table in the module overview section of the module activities and lessons document summarizes the supporting materials that are suggested for use in each lesson. When you open the supporting materials folder, you will see a variety of subfolders that organize the materials. There are already screencasts that talk about the contents of the vocabulary, grammar, and reading strategies folders, so these will not be covered in this screencast. We will be looking at the CLB5 supporting materials folder today, but note that not all of the CLB5 supporting materials have a CLB3 version. The Document Use folder contains materials that support common workplace tasks that involve documents, such as reading tables. Several modules suggest using the How to Read a Table handout, such as the lesson on reading a work schedule in the module Job Basics 1. The Writing folder contains useful activities, tip sheets, and PowerPoints that can be used to support learners' writing development in multiple situations. For example, learners need to use transition words to be successful on many of the writing tasks in many of the LinkWorks modules. Therefore, the transition words PowerPoint could be used on many occasions when teaching the LinkWorks modules. Learners are also expected to write emails in many of the LinkWorks modules. The How to Write an Email folder provides both writing and digital technology support for learners who need to improve their email writing skills. This support includes 2 PowerPoints on the basics of email writing, a skill-building activity on the different parts of an email, and several other useful handouts and resources. The Numeracy Activities folder contains a diverse set of numeracy games, activities, tip sheets, and PowerPoints that support learners' numeracy development. For example, the How to Use a Calculator handout could be used at any point in the LinkWorks material when learners are expected to add, subtract, or multiply. As well, the Saying Dates handout could be used at any point when learners are expected to talk about time and when past events occurred. Other numeracy topics covered by the materials in this folder include basic addition, subtraction, and multiplication, rounding time, adding up hours for time cards, and using Canadian money. The Other Strategies folder provides material that helps learners develop other skills that are important in LinkWorks, such as thinking skills, working with others, and test-taking skills. Materials in this folder include thinking skills, and working with others tip sheets, as well as PowerPoints about answering different types of test questions. These PowerPoints are especially useful for preparing learners to take the WHMIS, First Aid, or Food Safety certification tests. The Machine Lessons folder provides support for situations where learners are expected to use machines, such as punch cards and cash registers. For example, this instructor reference page provides instructions for using a U-Punch time clock. The Language Games folder contains games that can be played when covering topics such as giving opinions, job ads, small talk, and workplace culture. The game folders contain printable and editable game boards, instructions, and any cards or slips of paper that will be needed to play the language games. Finally, the Teacher Resources folder contains useful documents that teachers can use for their own reference. For example, this document provides a visual representation of which grammar points should be introduced at each CLB level. This screencast was funded through a grant from Alberta Advanced Education. The LinkWorks resources were funded by the Employment and Social Development Canada Office of Literacy and Essential Skills.